welcome to Nutri-Door Abivia presents Colors Food Trail, brought to you by our hygiene partners Clorox in association with Moksh Restaurant and Lounge, Pinar, Nizo Salt and Arm & Hammer Baking Soda. On today's food trail, we are going to recreate a Desi classic. Classic in its richness, classic in its heritage and history. But before we get on that food trail, let's get to know our guest a little bit better.
My name is Naomi D'Souza and I have so many faces, which is quite cool actually. So from the education front, I'm a mechanical engineer. From job front, I am a digital strategy consultant in the tech industry. And from a passion side, I am a foodie turned lifestyle influencer. My relationship with food is dated, I think, many years ago from the moment I was born. I used to not eat anything except Kit Kat actually when I was a kid. And my mom tells me that as soon as I open my mouth to start eating, it never stopped. So yeah, I love food. Traveling is so important for me and my soul. Whenever I travel, when creating an itinerary, before looking at the malls or monuments that I need to visit, I always create an itinerary of the food. So I always check restaurants and few hidden gems. So yeah, traveling is so important for me, especially the food aspect.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Chef Abs!
Thank you.
Now, if you don't already know about Chef Abs, he runs an amazing restaurant and lounge called Moksh. But you have explored all kinds of cuisines during your career, right? Do you want to name a few?
I mean, there are many. I've been traveling around the world from last 15 years. I've spent times in Italy, France, Mexico, most of the Latin America.
Wow.
I was in London for a couple of years. I moved to Dubai in 2011. I mean, I have learned many cuisines like in the Southeast Asian, Thai, Japanese. And I'm born Indian, obviously, so I know the Indian cuisine. Yeah.
Desi khana always number one.
Obviously.
And of course, you know all about Naomi D'Souza because this lovely face is glowing through her Instagram profile and onto your mobile screens. And how many followers do you now have, Naomi?
92,000?
92,000. And all a journey that began with food. Hopefully by the time this episode airs, it'll be 100K.
Yeah, guys, fingers crossed.
Yeah, congratulations in advance.
Thank you.
But tell me a little bit more, Naomi, about your relationship with food. I mean, when did you start food blogging and which part of that do you like, the food or the blogging?
Okay, I definitely like the food. It all started from there, obviously. It started, I think, around 2015, 2016, and then it's just spiraling upwards. It's amazing, yeah.
That's fantastic. So what is your comfort food? Now, you obviously get invited to lots of restaurants, you try different cuisines, but what is your go-to when you just need some food for the soul?
Oh my God, butter chicken with like hot chawal. Oh my God, like it can be eaten with naan, chapati, anything. Like butter chicken is my all-time favorite.
Okay.
Sitting with my family and having, oh, perfect.
And licking the last remains of your fingers.
Seriously.
That's the way it's done.
And then the plate.
And then the plate.
You have to lick the plate. Else it's not complete. Yeah.
Do that. And what about your travels? Have you spent a lot of time traveling around the world and exploring food as well?
Yes, I think my favorites are, I really like London and Milan. Well, because Milan was the first place I got invited to from the tourism board, so it's so special to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love Milan and London.
Lovely. So what about London did you like from a food perspective? What are the different kinds of foods you tried while you were there?
So I actually the first place I visited was Manchester, had the fish and chips, and then went to London and then had a lot of pastries.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I had so many pastries.
Incredible.
Yeah, my favorite is Dominique Ansel. Amazing.
So you've told us about London, you've told us about Milan. Once all the travel restrictions are lifted, as the world gets more and more open by the end of 2020, what's the next place you're going to go to?
Maldives! I'm going next month.
Oh, yay! Yay!
Yeah.
What takes you to Maldives?
My honeymoon! Yeah.
Oh my God, it's going to be a lot of eating.
I know, yeah. And I went there 2 years ago with my sister, and I was like, oh my God, I have to go again. And it's perfect for a honeymoon. So
absolutely.
Yeah, I love Maldives.
Isn't
I
it
love
just?
Maldives.
Isn't
yeah.
it just? Now we've got London, we've got Milan, we've got the Maldives, and we've got butter chicken. What are you going to do with that now, Abs?
Butter chicken. When it's come to butter chicken, it's such a simple dish, but at the same time, you don't want to mess up.
Exactly.
So I'm going to try something that I'm going to incorporate. She loved London. She's been to London. She liked Milan. And she loved butter chicken.
Okay.
So let's take three things together and make something out of it.
What is it going to be
Wow,
though?
what is-
Are you allowed to tell us?
If you talk about British food, if you say London, pie is fish and chips, the famous one.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Let's take pie and let's do the butter chicken with pie. And let's have a la Milanese style. I'm gonna infuse some basil leaf and some mozzarella cheese. How about that?
So crazy
my God.
and interesting.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
I can't wait to see how you do it.
I can't wait either.
Yeah.
But that pie and a whole lot of cooking on the other side of a break. Welcome back to Nutridor Abivia Presents Colors Food Trail, brought to you by our hygiene partners Clorox in association with Moksha Restaurant and Lounge, Pinar Miso Salt, and Arm & Hammer Baking Soda. Well, last conversation that we had was about putting butter chicken with the Milanese touch into a pie,
Yes,
right?
correct. Absolutely.
You got that right.
Well, let's tell you a little story about butter chicken that you might not know. Kundan Lal Gujral was a man who in the 1950s found himself in a bit of a strange situation. Here are all these leftover pieces of dried chicken, and what does he do with them? Accidentally drops them into some thick tomato gravy, and voila, butter chicken was born.
Wow.
And today, butter chicken is going to be transformed. It's going to travel over to Milan and then land swiftly into a London pie.
Yes.
Okay. So please tell us how you're going to do it.
So let's start butter chicken. To make a butter chicken, obviously we need a chicken tikka. For that, I have chicken cubes here. There's small dice cubes. Obviously, I'm making a pie, so I don't want big chunks.
Yeah.
So because I'm gonna stuff into the pie, so you don't want these big chunks. So I'm gonna do a small trick here that not many people know about it. We use papaya paste, and when we use papaya paste, it tenderizes the chicken. I have a ginger garlic here. Bit of salt.
So Naomi, while Chef Abs cooks up some very interesting butter chicken there, do you want to tell us a story about, have you ever eaten a strange butter chicken? Or what's the weirdest butter chicken you've eaten from around the world, from all of your travels?
I would say the weirdest butter chicken I've had was a butter chicken without chicken.
What?
Yeah, it was so strange. It was so strange. I got invited to a restaurant and we went for a tasting, and I think weirdly enough they ran out of chicken, I think. And then they were like, okay, here's a butter chicken. The curry is really good. You have to try it. But unfortunately, ma'am, we don't have chicken. And I was like,
You mean it was butter?
yeah,
That's what you get.
It was just the curry. It was just the curry. It was so weird.
Incredible.
Really
Well,
weird.
clearly there's a lot of chicken in
Yeah.
here, so not something you have to worry about.
Exactly.
All right, now we have the marination here.
Okay.
Ginger garlic and papaya paste. I'm gonna add some spices to it. Chili. So now here, I'm gonna add some Lebanese cheese. Now, traditionally we use yogurt, obviously, but I love Lebanese cheese because it gives you creaminess. And when you eat the butter chicken, the tikka has that coating stuck together, because normally if you use yogurt, it just wash out. So I'm gonna use Pinar Labne here. It has that creaminess.
Incredible. So that's a little tip, right?
Yes.
Using Pinar Labne is a great alternative to using regular cream cheese. So number one, it's lighter. Number two, it gives you that same kind of creaminess, perhaps even better, and it gives you that wonderful consistency as well.
Yeah, as I say, it's the coating. The coating consistency is so nice, and it has that saltiness and creaminess. I love that part.
That's a really nice tip. I mean, I've never seen that. I've seen so many recipes online, but no one has really spoken about incorporating labne.
You
That's
are
quite
with
cool.
Chef Abs.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna mix this one. Obviously, when you eat butter chicken, you want that color, you know, you don't
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like butter chicken. So I'm gonna add bit color. Obviously, you can use a natural color. I'm gonna use here a natural red color. I'm just gonna put a little bit of it. This marination is ready. Obviously, we're gonna keep it overnight, which is already, the one I have is ready. So I'm gonna cook this one in an oven. You can cook it, or if you don't have oven, don't worry, just cook on the pan.
Okay.
Done. Okay. So this is ready. So now we have to cook this one. We're gonna cook in a pan just to give a nice sear black color to the charcoal thing.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna start cooking that one. I'm just gonna take a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter.
Why both though?
If I use only butter, it's gonna burn.
Right.
It just the oil keeps the butter nice and creamy. It's not gonna burn it. So if you add a butter, it's caramelized so quickly, and the whole thing's burned down easily.
Yeah.
So I would rather use a little bit of oil and butter, melt it nicely. And here I'm gonna use my tikka.
The good stuff going in.
Yes. You wanna jump in?
I wish.
All right, let's not waste time. While that is cooking, I'm gonna make the butter chicken gravy.
Awesome.
Awesome, yes.
Multitasking is always good. It reaches my tummy quicker.
Yeah. So a little bit of oil, butter, again the same trick.
Keeps it from burning.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna add some chopped onions here. Obviously, I'm gonna keep it very low. I don't want to overpower the onion flavors because it's a butter chicken.
Right.
It's all about butter, creaminess, and bit of tomatoes. So, half onion, ginger garlic paste, some cumin, coriander powder, some garam masala, bit of red chili. I know you're waiting, don't worry. It takes some time.
I think that's the worst part, right? Cooking takes so much time, and then you eat it and then you just gobble it and it's done in like a minute.
Yeah. So here, I'm gonna add some tomato paste and some chopped blended tomatoes. I'm gonna take this and add into this thing. So we're gonna cook this for 15 to 20 minutes, not more than that. I don't want to simmer it too long. Otherwise the chicken gonna get dry, and we already cooked the chicken in the pan. So I want that, as you can see, look at the chicken, it has that redness and creaminess still holding it.
Yeah.
Okay? Which is a good thing because of the labne.
Okay.
Now the chicken is cooked and very tender, creamy. So I'm gonna add cream to it.
Make it even more tender and even more creamy.
Yes. Right? Look at that color now.
It's beautiful,
Okay.
and it's so thick, velvety, indulgent.
Now what I'm gonna do, as I say, we're gonna make the chicken
Milanese touch.
the Milanese style. I'm gonna take these parsley leaves. I'm not gonna chop them. I'm just gonna slap them, squeeze them. No, it releases the oil.
Really?
Flavors, yeah.
Wow.
It is, because when you chop them, they cut down and they turn black. When you slap them, always when you take any herb, you slap them and smell them.
That's
the
when you
aroma
get the
will come.
real
You
scent.
I can smell now. It's in the air. So now this is there.
That's so interesting.
This is incredible abs now, and anytime you go to a grocery store, you're going to see people slapping their green, applauding for their coriander.
Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna give that nice aroma to basil and everything. So the chicken is ready. Now the next stage, I'm gonna make the pie base. Okay, I already done one before. So now this dough is ready. Okay, now the base, I'm gonna keep it a little thick, and for the top, I'm gonna keep it a little thin. So because the base need that heavy thing to hold it. Okay.
So that doesn't drip through.
Doesn't
and
drip through, yes, correct.
break.
Now
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a molds. All right, these are my pie molds. I'm just gonna take a little butter.
Wow, Oh my God.
Spread it, okay. Dust a little bit of flour on it. Again, slapping.
Yeah.
But this is not for the aroma.
There's a lot of
This-
violence
yes.
involved in cooking, I can see.
So this will keep the dough sticking to the base. So when you remove it,
Okay.
it's gonna be nice demolding.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm just gonna mold it. That's my chicken. Just gonna break some pieces,
So that it's not too
two big chunks inside.
big chunks inside, yeah.
Just gonna take 1 or 2 basil leaves. You wanna slap it?
Whoa!
Wait, one slap or a half?
One slap is enough.
She's going at it.
Just put it here. Here. It's okay.
Pick it out of there. It's not too late.
It's okay. So I'm gonna have a little bit of butter chicken here.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Here I'm gonna add Pinar mozzarella cheese.
Lovely.
Okay, which is already shredded.
Ooh, I can only imagine how good this is going to taste.
Imagine when you
Incredible.
bite and it'll be like.
And it's oozing out, and that's the most beautiful thing about good mozzarella cheese, right? Pinar mozzarella cheese is actually known for its sort of fibrous quality, its slightly salty taste,
Wow.
and that's what is going to add all the excitement to the dish that we need. Not to say that there's any less excitement in a butter chicken pie, but
How many times did you experiment for this?
For the pie,
Yeah.
this is the first time.
oh
The,
well.
the butter chicken. The butter chicken one. All right, I'm just gonna make a hole here because
Why?
the air will come out. Otherwise, the pie dough will burst.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't want to do that one. Okay. A bit of egg.
Ooh, it's glistening now.
I can imagine it being this perfect golden brown when it comes
Yes.
out. I can only imagine.
And that crisp and
The pressure's
tenderness
on me.
inside.
Okay. Here you go. That's your butter chicken pie. I'm gonna put it in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
So the hardest part of this entire process for us, you know, the ones who've done all the hard work, is now the waiting.
Okay.
So we thought maybe to fill in the time of waiting, we should ask Naomi some questions about the cities that she professes to love so much. So how much do you really know about Milan or about London? Should we find out?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Okay, name 2 really famous clubs from Milan. I don't mean the partying clubs.
AC Milan.
Yes,
And,
and?
Inter Milan.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
I know
Spain.
Inter Milan.
And AC Milan.
Okay, great. You got it.
I
you
got
it.
1 point.
1 point. Okay, let's see. So there's a world famous painting that is in a church in Milan, which you probably went to see on your visit because nobody who goes to Milan leaves without seeing that. By an extremely famous artist.
Are you talking about Mona Lisa?
No?
Oh wait, that's not in Milan.
That's in
the
Paris.
Louvre. That's the Louvre. I don't know.
No idea?
No.
Well, it does have something to do with food in that sense.
But it's safe for dinner, supper.
Like, yes, supper?
Yeah.
The Last Supper?
The Last Supper. The Last Supper. How did I get that?
I thought my clues
I have
were
the Last
amazing.
Supper picture in my house. Great.
How did you not know
Yeah,
that?
how did I not?
She
did
probably
you
just
not?
come to know now it's called Last Supper.
And no.
I'll tell you what, I'll keep the third one really easy. Okay? In which city in the world would you find Baker Street?
London.
And who lived in Baker Street?
The bakers.
Obviously, I thought a famous personality or a celebrity, that's what she's aiming at, just the bakers.
No.
Oh.
There's a very famous person who lived on Baker Street.
10 Downing.
No, Sherlock Holmes.
What?
Yes.
He doesn't live there.
Well, not anymore. Not anymore. Okay, let's see. Okay. You love fashion, I can tell. Can you name me some of the boutiques, some of the fashion labels that have their origins in Milan? Wait, I have my list ready. Don't look.
Versace?
Yes.
Armani?
Yep.
Prada?
Absolutely. There you go.
Yes.
It's 3 on 5 passing marks. Do you think we should give it to?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
My gift is a butter chicken, okay?
Yeah.
Now that our quiz is done and the pie is almost ready, when we come back after a short break, we're going to put that pie on a plate and Naomi is finally going to taste it.
Finally.
So stick around. Welcome back to Nutridor Abivia presents Colors Food Trail, brought to you with our hygiene partners Clorox in association with Moksha Restaurant and Lounge, Pinar, Nizo Salt, and Arm & Hammer Baking Soda. So the last we were at this table, we had a pie that was going into the oven, and I believe it's ready to finally come out.
It is almost
And
ready.
it's time to plate it.
Yeah, let's check it.
Oh, it looks every bit as tasty as it was promised.
Looks so sinful.
It's nice and brown, crispy. Still hot, I just need to see it's coming out. Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's your pie.
Wowie. But of course, it's never as simple as that, right? I'm sure there's some
Yes.
complex plating and...
Yes, I'm going to use the pea mash because it's a British pie.
Okay.
And it goes with pea mash.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a pea and mint mash. All right.
Okay. It's
So-
finally tasting time,
Time
Naomi.
to taste.
Can we inaugurate it quickly?
Yes.
You know, they say the proof of the pudding is in the eating.
Yes.
The proof of the pie is also in
This
the
is
eating.
the ribbon cutting ceremony. Look at the color. Oh my
Try it.
god. Okay, so I'm gonna take some. Oh, it's hot. Oh my god. This is so indulgent. It's buttery, it's velvety, and oh my god, it's everything.
Perfect.
I'm speechless.
But does it really take you back home to the authentic butter chicken and take you home in a way to London and give you that Milanese touch?
Yes, definitely, because you can taste the basil,
Yeah.
like very evidently, and then there's the pie. So it's the looks of it and the taste of it, which is the pie, and then
Yeah.
there's the butter chicken. So it's so authentic and it's brilliant.
We also have a dessert which I prepared already.
Because
Nice
we know
big
how
cake.
Naomi loves her desserts.
Yes.
Oh, and that looks sinful. How did you make this though, Chef Abs?
This is in a simple combination of flour, egg, a bit of milk and condensed milk. I use Abivia condensed milk. So it takes you back to the milk cake that we have.
Yeah.
And then it's combined with the condensed milk, the thickness and everything. I also use the ruby chocolate glaze, okay, so it gives you nice, it's not too chocolatey, it's very
Right.
mild and it has that sweetness at the same time.
Wow.
A bit of walnuts on the top.
So there's a great little tip for our viewers as well, right? Whenever they're making pies or cakes or desserts, Abivia condensed milk is a pretty perfect fit. Pretty and perfect because it's also loaded with vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin D3, so it's loaded with goodness and it tastes delicious, I'm sure.
That's
but
amazing.
Can we?
Yeah, can
Yes,
we
please.
now? Can we finally?
He needs to do the ribbon cutting first.
Oh, it looks delicious.
Look at the colors inside.
Yes, that's your favorite color, that's what I have added to it.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
almost sort of lilac on the inside.
Yeah.
Oh, divine.
Oh, beautiful.
Divine. You go first, Naomi.
Have
As
a
our
little bit of
guest of
chocolate
honor.
with that.
So, okay, so
Yeah.
I cut it like this.
Yeah.
And then
Bit
I
of chocolate.
put
Yeah.
some chocolate.
Oh, so
Ooh,
good.
look at that. Mmm. So tasty.
Do I get to dig in now?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, wow.
It's so tasty, especially the chocolate.
Chocolate and the creaminess comes out. It's very
I
mild.
think the pairing is beautiful. Like one on its own, it's good, but when it's paired, it's
Unbelievable.
yes.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean by speechless now?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm
Naomi,
going
I
for
have to
another
thank
bite.
you for coming because now we get to eat all this delicious food.
And you can take it at
Abs-
home.
Yeah. You're an absolute genius.
Thank you
You're
very
an
much.
absolute genius. To be able to create all of this on the go,
I
fantastic.
agree. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Never did I imagine that a dish like butter chicken could be stuffed into a pie. But I guess that's what this show is all about. On another food trail in another week, we're going to let another dish take us traveling from one city to the next. So we'll catch you on the next episode of Colors Food Trail.